Have you ever found yourself emotionally drained after just a few minutes with someone? Maybe it's your boss, a relative, or even a friend, someone whose presence seems to cloud your peace. In a world full of chaotic interactions, one ancient philosophy offers a kind of mental armor: Stoicism. But this isn't just history. It's a living, breathing toolkit that helps you protect your energy, stay centered, and grow stronger in the face of adversity. Think of Stoicism not as emotional suppression, but as the ability to respond wisely instead of react impulsively. This video isn't about merely surviving toxic people. It's about thriving because of them, about turning every challenge into a chance to build your inner peace and personal freedom. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by someone's negativity or lost your calm in difficult conversations, this is your moment. Stay with me as we explore Stoic strategies that empower you to remain unshaken, build resilience, and reclaim control of your inner world. Let's begin. 1. Reclaim your inner domain before anyone else claims it. Have you ever noticed how one comment, just one, can ruin your entire day? That's because we've allowed someone else to enter the most sacred space we own, our mind. Stoicism teaches us a simple but powerful idea. You are the gatekeeper of your inner world. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The first strategy is exactly that. Own your mind. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means becoming aware of them and choosing not to let someone else dictate your emotional state. Before you respond to someone's rudeness or negativity, ask yourself, is this worth the space in my head? Most of the time it's not. The more selective you are with your attention, the more powerful and peaceful you become. So start today. Don't just guard your time, guard your mind. 2. Set boundaries. Like a philosopher, not a fighter. Many of us believe setting boundaries means conflict, but the Stoics saw it differently. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away, it's about pulling yourself closer to peace. When Epictetus said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation," he reminded us that boundaries begin within. You can't control who crosses the line, but you can control where you draw it. Start by defining what drains your energy. Is it the daily rant from a toxic coworker? The emotional guilt trips from someone close? Once you know it, practice calmly saying, "I understand, but I need to protect my space right now." This isn't rejection, it's responsibility for your well-being. The more clearly you define your boundaries, the more clearly others will begin to respect them. In a chaotic world, your boundary is your sanctuary. 3. Master the pause. Respond, don't react. In a world where everyone rushes to defend or explode, the rarest strength is stillness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much more harmful are the consequences of anger than the circumstances that aroused it?" The Stoics weren't emotionless. They were intentional. The moment you feel triggered by someone's words or behavior, pause. That's your power. That microsecond is the space where clarity lives. Ask yourself, is this response aligned with my values or just my ego? You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. You don't have to fight every battle. Some things are better left in silence, not because you're weak, but because you've chosen peace over noise. Responding thoughtfully rather than reacting emotionally is what makes you impenetrable. And in time, people notice. They stop trying to push your buttons because they see they no longer work. 4. Redefine control. Own your side of the fence. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is beautifully simple. Focus only on what's within your control. But in real life, especially with difficult people, we often forget this. We try to fix them, change their minds, make them see our point. But what if that's not your job? Epictetus reminds us, some things are up to us and some things are not. Your thoughts, your choices, your emotional energy, those are yours. Their reactions, their projections, their chaos, not yours to carry. Picture your mind as a garden. What grows inside is entirely your responsibility. Letting toxic people plant their seeds is giving them space they haven't earned. So draw the line. Let go of the illusion that you can change someone who doesn't want to change. Redirect that energy inward. The more you prune your inner world, the less weeds others can sow. 5. Strengthen your inner citadel. Make your mind a safe haven. When everything outside feels chaotic, people judging you, pressuring you, or projecting their pain onto you, where can you retreat? The Stoics had a powerful answer: your inner citadel. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man's real strength is found in the fortress of his own mind." This isn't about isolating yourself, but about creating an internal space no one else can corrupt. Think of your inner citadel as your mental sanctuary, a place where clarity, peace, and purpose live. It's where you go to remind yourself, I am not what they say. I am what I choose to believe, think, and do. Build this inner citadel daily through journaling, quiet reflection, or intentional solitude. Over time, you'll find that no matter how loud the world becomes, there's a still, unshakable center inside you. And from that place, you don't just survive people's negativity, you transcend it. 6. Set boundaries without guilt. Protect your energy like a Stoic. Many of us hesitate to set boundaries because we fear being seen as rude, selfish, or too much. But here's the Stoic truth. If you don't protect your energy, someone else will drain it. Epictetus reminds us, know what you can control and what you must guard. Boundaries are not walls to shut others out, but gates to filter what and who you allow in. Do you constantly say yes when you mean no? Stay silent to keep peace while inner turmoil builds? It's time to reset. Start small. Say no without apology. End conversations that cross the line. Limit access to those who repeatedly disrespect your peace. Setting boundaries isn't about rejection. It's about protection. You're not being harsh. You're being wise. And the more you practice it, the more you'll teach others how to treat you with respect. 7. Embrace the inner citadel. Build unshakable inner peace. Imagine a place inside you that no chaos can touch, a space of calm, clarity, and power. The Stoics called it the inner citadel. In today's noisy world, this concept is more relevant than ever. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "People look for retreats in the countryside, by the sea, or in the mountains. But nowhere can you find a more peaceful retreat than in your own soul. That's your inner fortress." When someone criticizes you unfairly, when you're surrounded by drama, when anxiety creeps in, retreat inward. Breathe. Observe your thoughts. Ask, is this within my control? If not, let it go. Building your inner citadel is a daily practice. Journaling, mindfulness, quiet reflection. It's how you reinforce your mental walls. Over time, the noise of the world loses its grip and your mind becomes your sanctuary. Your power lies in what you choose to allow in. Choose peace. Choose strength. Choose the citadel. 8. Choose what to carry. Let go of mental weights. Every interaction with a toxic person can feel like adding a stone to your backpack. A criticism here, a manipulative comment there, and over time, that emotional load gets heavier. But here's the truth the Stoics teach us. You don't have to carry every stone handed to you. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." That means much of our pain doesn't come from what actually happens, but from how we carry it afterward. Ask yourself, Am I reliving that argument over and over? Am I carrying someone else's anger as if it were my own? That's a weight you don't need. Letting go doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're wise enough to protect your peace. You can't stop people from handing you their negativity, but you can choose whether to pick it up. Lighten your load. Breathe deeper. Walk freer. Life is hard enough. Don't carry what's not yours. 9. Redefine strength. Vulnerability is not weakness. In a world that often equates strength with silence and stoicism, with emotional coldness, it's time to redefine what real strength looks like. The ancient Stoics didn't deny emotion. They mastered it. And one of the most powerful tools in that mastery? Vulnerability. Opening up to someone you trust, admitting you're hurt, seeking help. These are not signs of defeat, they're acts of courage. Marcus Aurelius himself wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." That includes emotional pain. When we face it, not avoid it, we grow stronger. Being vulnerable doesn't mean losing control. It means taking ownership of your healing. It allows you to process pain instead of letting it fester into resentment. And in a world filled with masks, your honesty becomes your greatest armor. So don't be afraid to say, "I'm struggling." That's not weakness. That's the first step toward lasting peace. 10. Practice preemptive reflection. Don't wait for the storm to prepare. One of the most underrated Stoic strategies is premeditatio malorum, the practice of visualizing potential difficulties before they happen. But this isn't about becoming paranoid or pessimistic. It's about building inner readiness. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? How would I respond if it did? By rehearsing challenges in your mind before they arise, especially with difficult people, you create a mental buffer. Their words sting less. Their actions surprise you less. Your reactions become measured, not impulsive. Cognitive psychology echoes this. When you anticipate stress and mentally rehearse your response, your nervous system stays calmer. You remain grounded. Like a sailor studying the winds before sailing, the wise prepare their mind before conflict hits. That's not fear, that's wisdom in motion. So reflect daily. Imagine the emotional storms. Prepare not to panic, but to rise. In a world full of chaos, emotional manipulation, and unpredictable behavior, your most powerful shield isn't aggression, it's awareness. It's the steady inner calm that comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and how you choose to respond. The Stoics didn't just teach us how to endure. They showed us how to thrive, even when surrounded by negativity. Every strategy you've learned in this video is a step toward reclaiming your peace, strengthening your self-worth, and building a fortress within that no one else can invade. So ask yourself, which strategy resonated most? Which one will you practice today? Let us know in the comments. We're building a community of modern Stoics who grow through wisdom, not chaos. And if this video gave you strength, clarity, or even just a moment of stillness, like it. Subscribe for more timeless guidance. Share it with someone who might need it. Until next time, remember this. Peace isn't found by avoiding the storm. It's found by learning to stand still within it. Stay steady, stay strong, keep cultivating your inner fortress.